Aries, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. And I sure appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really makes a difference to my channel. And I would love to see my channel continue to grow. So that's how you can help me make that happen. But let's see what's going on for you, Aries, for the next 7 to 10 days. Grateful, thankful for the messages for my Aries, always. All right, first card out for you is the Strength card. So, yeah, you might be feeling really strong this week. And then we have the Hermit card also coming out on top of it. So let's get a few more cards out and see what does this all mean. So I feel like, you've been dealing with a situation, possibly with somebody, could be your partner, somebody you were married to. This King of Swords can also indicate, maybe some legal matters, maybe a lawyer or somebody like that you're also dealing with. But let's see. We got to get all the cards out and get a good picture of what's going on. So, yeah, here's the legal matters here with this Justice card. And we have this lawyer and energy that's also coming in. And this can also be the person you are dealing with, all right? Difficult energy. I don't know whether you believe everything that this person tells you. Even if it is your lawyer, you may be questioning even how they are handling something. But when we have the King of Swords coming in reversed in the recent past, and then it's followed by the Strength card and the Hermit, I got to wonder whether or not, you are trying to figure out the best way to deal with somebody of this temperament, right? Because the King of Swords is very, very adept at whatever it is, their profession, right? So if they're a lawyer, they know what they're talking about. If they're a teacher, professor, things like that. But when it comes up reversed, this can be an energy where, this person having so much knowledge, they know how to abuse some of it for their own benefit. So, you might be dealing with somebody who is like that, all right? So, the fact that we have the Strength card and the Hermit card coming out, all right, the Hermit is kind of looking at, what can I do to maintain ground or footing in this situation? Because things are not feeling very positive and very good for you when it comes to the legal aspect of something that you are dealing with. And we also have the Hierophant here. So, I also wonder whether or not this could be like a divorce or some kind of thing that you got going on with this person. And, maybe they're asking for some things that are just not really possible, or it's out of control. That kind of an energy. It's just not fair, right? And the reason why I think it could be a divorce issue, because we do have this 10 of Cups here. So it could be a family matter that you might be dealing with. Now, it doesn't have to be divorce. It could be child custody. It could be anything, right? But I do feel like it might have something to do with the family situation or a family dynamic. Now, with the Strength card and the Hermit card. So the Hermit says, we need to stop and really kind of think about what is the best course of action for me to gain what it is that I want. Because we got that star sitting in that lantern. And I think, you are taking the time this week to kind of find out what is the best course of action for you to take in regards to dealing with this King of Swords. And we do have, this 8 of Wands over here. So I feel like you need to come up with some kind of solution, because maybe you are going to meet with them, or you're going to have some kind of a meeting that's going on. But whatever it is, you really want to find the best solution for you that puts you in a position of strength, right? We do have the 4 of Coins here above you. So, you may have to really kind of put some money out. If you don't really like your representation, you don't like your lawyer, maybe you need to, go in another direction or seek a new lawyer. Don't be surprised to go out, or don't be afraid, rather, to go out and try to seek counsel or maybe a second opinion on how to handle a matter, especially when it comes to legal issues, all right? We want to make sure that our lawyer is representing us to the best of their ability, and they're not just in it for what they can get out of it at the end of the day. But when we do have the 4 of Coins, it's saying that, you may need to open up, you may need to spend the money, or go whatever distance it is going to take. Maybe you need to file something else, and that's going to cost you a little bit more money. When it's upside down, it's kind of telling me, go ahead and do that. And I think you would be happy that you did. Let's look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, we've got the 3 of Cups here at the base of what's going on. All right, so, I think maybe you have even support in your corner that isn't really happy with how things are being handled. When we do have the energy of the Three of Cups, and it is reversed, it's almost as if, maybe people are encouraging you to do something that you don't really want to do. Maybe everybody's saying, why don't you do this instead? And you're like, no, I'm going to go this way. There is just, I feel like, a disconnect when it comes to what you really want to have happen versus what other people might be wanting you to have happen, right? Listen, at the end of the day, it's about you. It's not about them. So we've got to do what you got to do to make it work for you. Now, we do have the moon card here, all right? So I feel as if, you've got to really kind of dig deep, all right? Dig deep in the situation and not be afraid to go down the road that you need to go. And again, I'm feeling like there could be some people that, might just be, naysayers, all right? We'll call them that. Don't listen to those people that might want to pull you off the track that you want to go down. Because whatever it is that you were dealing with, it's not over, all right? We got the World card here. And we want you to come out ahead. I want you, Aries, to kind of win this battle or this argument that you are dealing with when it comes to the court system or some legal issue that you are facing. So I want to pull another card as like a final outcome for you. So we have the Hanged Man coming in reversed. All right, so interesting energy when we see the Hanged Man coming in reverse, because sometimes, you can feel a little confused, all right, as to what you really should do. But I do feel like, if you take the time to really kind of process, and just really tune into you, because you have a lot of wisdom here, right? And we have the Strength card. You've got a lot of primal energy that's also working in your favor. And when we look at the Hanged Man reversed, notice that he is in tree pose. Very, very strong, very, very solid kind of grounded energy. And it's one of those, if you can stand in tree pose, you're doing really, really good, because you can balance some of those finer issues that might come up. So I like that the Hanged Man has come up reversed. Do not let outside influences confuse you. If you don't like the advice that you are getting from your lawyer, seek a second opinion. See if maybe, you can meet up with someone else who might, be able to kind of give you your 2 cents. Because you want to win this. You really want things to come out, fair and just. And at the end of the day, you want what's best for your family, right? So yeah, definitely legal matters are on the forefront here. And I really believe, Aries, that you have got to follow those deep feelings that you have. When we have the Moon card, right? This is very intuitive energy. This is you really kind of tapping into what you really have to do and not be afraid to come out and, follow through with it. Listen, you are an Aries. You can do this. And Aries is very impulsive, so, use that to your advantage this week. Honestly, I really feel like if, you want to come out ahead and you want to come out strong and you want to be the winner here, the Hanged Man is saying, let's look at the whole picture. All right. Because, I feel like there is some confusion as to what possibly could happen or what your rights are versus their rights. And, listen, you want to find the strength through all of this, and really kind of glide right through this process. So at the end of the day, you feel good at how you handled it, how your lawyer handled it, or how other people can just kind of step back and be like, yeah, we need to put more faith into this Aries here. But, with the Hierophant here in your near future, along with the Eight of Wands, I really feel as if, things are going to start moving. And as long as you are really grounded, you are really focused, and you're really clear, right? And again, I want to encourage you to kind of tap into, really what you're feeling. It's just like, if you just have this gut feeling that, no, there's more that we could do in order for me to come out ahead, because this is not feeling good to me, this Justice card reversed. And it's like, I'm going to do what I need to do to turn this around so that I can come out the winner here. So yeah, legal matters are definitely at the forefront for some of you Aries this week. And if that resonated, great. And if it doesn't, that's okay. There'll be another reading. Check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, even your north node, and see whether or not there is a message there for you. that's what I got for you, Aries, for the next 7 to 10 days. And, you know, look, if it's not about a legal matter, you know, it could be something around, you know, even family matter. It could be something around work. Like, apply the reading how it works for you, all right? And if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. And if it did, good to you. All right, I'll see you all at another reading. Until then, be well. Bye now.